let's turn this one up. Let's turn that one down. Let's turn good. All right. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Assumption High School regular season finale of the Marywood South boys basketball season. Really hard to believe we are here. Tournament time starts next week. Stratford Tigers, Assumption Royals. Steve Maves, Paul Jaglinski, Olivia Zimmerman here tonight from Assumption High School. A lot on the line tonight, Paul, with Stratford. Haven't lost in about a month. And if they can win here tonight on the road, they'll clinch a share of the conference title for the first time since 2020.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, coming in the last regular season game of the year, when you face a conference opponent and you're playing for a conference championship, no better feeling for a coach. So, I mean, again, an exciting opportunity for Coach Schmidt and the Tigers. And on the flip side, they run into a Royals team that's playing arguably their best basketball of the year, coming off of a dominating performance against Newman Catholic, a huge home win against the Marathon Red Raiders, and just really Coach Paltz has gone to a different defense, a 1-3-1, that seems to have stifled opponents. I'm curious to see on how Stratford handles that, Steve.
Yeah, 3 in a row for the Royals. Abbotsford, Abbotsford. Then they lost to Athens, and then whatever. They're 9-16. They're 9-14, 9-16, something like. Must be 9-14.
I don't remember what I ate for breakfast this morning. Yeah. So the fact that you can recite that is pretty good. Again, so we got a good one here tonight. Obviously, a game that everybody is going to be keeping an eye on over in Auburndale. Yep. Auburndale is playing Marathon. So a couple different scenarios for the conference. Steve, can you go ahead and walk everybody through how that game affects and what happens here?
Yeah, and it all came about with the dominating win that Stratford had against Auburndale on Monday. If Auburndale beats Marathon tonight, which not an easy task, it was double overtime the first time they met, and Stratford wins, then they share the conference. If Auburndale loses, Stratford wins, then they have it outright. If both teams lose, then they share it again. So it's going to be a wild next about hour and a half, 2 hours here in Wisconsin Rapids and up in Auburndale as well.
Speaking of which, just if you're checking out the network tonight, there's a lot of good stuff. Yep. But Kaukauna plays Fond du Lac. That's for the conference championship over in the Fox Valley Association, FVA. In terms of where it goes, our friends over at Port Edward, or at Pacelli Catholic, are hosting Port Edwards. Port Edwards handing Ullman one of their only losses. Yep. So as you go into tournament time, that's a good one. And I think an interesting game that just on the network from the world of, I'm intrigued to see how it goes. Everest and East is going to be a real interesting battle. Everest has got one of the best three-point shooters in the state, and so is this game going to feature it. And, of course, Wausau East, the 1 seed, the Zaleski home all-access team in terms of where it goes. So lots and lots and lots of fun as we're here on senior night at Assumption High School.
Yeah, one senior is going to lead our way here. I think they're going to do all the, as we did last week for the girls, they'll do all the pregame announcements with public address announcer Jeff Sullivan, and then we'll turn over for our senior night. So we'll turn ourselves down and turn the mic up here for Jeff.
Please rise for the prayer. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Father in heaven, we ask your blessing on the game we are about to play. Thank you for the opportunity to compete and bring out the best in each other. Please keep everyone safe from injury, harm, and disrespect. For our athletes, coaches, fans, and officials, give each of us the charity, humility, and courage to play, coach, cheer, and referee in a manner which is pleasing you, giving our absolute best to your glory and honor. St. Michael Archangel, pray for us. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Please remain standing. Put your hand over your heart for the playing of our national anthem. introductions tonight for Assumption High School is senior night, and we'll be honoring a member of the boys basketball team. This young man has spent countless hours dedicating himself to basketball. He has given great entertainment throughout his 4 years. So tonight, we are here to honor him. Owen Hagen. Son of Patrick Hagen and Renee Lalabeck. Thank you, Owen, for all your hard work and dedication to the boys basketball program.
All right. Good to go. All right, welcome back to Assumption High School. Reminder that tonight's pregame show was brought to you by Next Step Prosthetics, providing prosthetics for orthotics throughout central Wisconsin. Take your next step and contact them today. We'll go through our score updates and whatnot at halftime, and then also get you our schedule for tomorrow. We've got 2 sectional final hockey games tomorrow night, and that will be in Chippewa and Mosinee. So we'll go through those and girls regional semifinals tomorrow as well. For the Stratford Tigers, they start Caleb Wrench, Jed Shaner, Drew Brusewitz, Brooks Vanderhoof, and Caden Foster. Logan Nystrom, Owen Hagen, Chase Lieberg, JT Schlafer, and Parker Vruwink for the Assumption Royals here tonight. It's my first time seeing Stratford live this year. Obviously, one big out is Alec Chapel. He's been out for the last couple of weeks with a shoulder surgery. But these are boys that know how to win. 21-2, 3-time state football champions, and getting ready for a possible wrap-up a conference championship here tonight.
Stratford in their away black, Assumption in their home white. Of course, Stratford, you know you're going to have a physical athletic team as Schlafer wins the tip, and we'll have Royals basketball as we get started. Thank you for joining us tonight here on Zaleski Sports.
Working left to right, underway here in Wisconsin Rapids. Logan Nystrom on the right side, senior Owen Hagen with it. JT Schlafer was held to just 13 points in their game in Stratford as Hagen a little short on that one. Rebound taken by Drew Brusewitz, leading scorer on the team for Stratford.
And right away, Assumption comes down, showing that 1-3-1 look. Choosing not to extend it real high, just kind of compacting it, taking away the wings. Skip pass to the corner.
Brusewitz open for 3 off the back bracket, rebounded by Caden Foster.
He's got 40 makes on the year, Steve. You got to be careful not to go ahead and lose him in the corner too often. Obviously, the Stratford's leading scorer as he comes down the middle of the floor. Bounce pass across the opposite wing. Rebounded by Lieberg. Shot short, and here comes Schlafer in the open court.
Yeah, good defense there. There's going to be a foul in transition on Brooks Vanderhoof. The Tigers not overly tall this year, but as Paul mentioned, very physical and very, very athletic.
Also, Steve, since in the honor of senior night, shout out to Olivia, of course, our senior producer. Congratulations to her. We will miss her going forward.
And we'll get into the sappiness tomorrow. Tomorrow, as I was trying to, we'll go through it during the girls' game tomorrow. But Olivia's not going to be here on Saturday for the regional final.
Boo.
Tomorrow is going to be her final Assumption Royal game in this gymnasium before she graduates. So,
yeah, for Saturday with some luck, will be a lot of our seniors. So as Burwink goes ahead and gets the scoring started, let's change subject before we all get a little teary-eyed. As Royals are up 2-0, and we're right back into the 1-3-1. Go the Royals.
Stratford with a big win on Monday, as mentioned, against Auburndale, held Blake Rabb to well under his scoring average.
3 total points, I think, for Rab in that game. They were impressive.
There's Bruzewitz, splashes home the triple.
Well, he's got a nice-looking shot.
Yeah.
So, Steve, for our viewers at home, looking at, of course, number 1 for Assumption, Logan Nystrom, currently second in D5 in three-point shooting percentage. And, of course, Bruzewitz, who's got now, I believe, 41 makes on the year. 2 of the best shooters of the state as Assumption misses a layup, and here comes Stratford on the open floor.
Vanderhoof down low. Good job there by Wrench to put it in for 2. Caleb Wrench's first basket.
Nice left-handed finish by Caleb Wrench as he went ahead and drove hard from the right-hand side, putting that in.
Appreciate everyone tuning in tonight. Check us, let us know where you're watching from in the chat box. Give you a shout out. Then, again, if you are a Stratford fan or a fan of the Marywood South Boys Basketball Conference, we will have updates from Auburndale as well as they trail early, 6-0, first 45 seconds up in Auburndale.
I'll tell you what, Steve, as a fan of the Marywood and someone that's kind of lived in that Marathon community, Marathon Auburndale is one that you can go ahead and pencil in. It's going to be a one-possession ball game and a war the entire time.
Yeah, as mentioned earlier, double overtime in their first contest in Marathon. 5-2 Assumption. Owen Hagen with it in the right corner. 15 minutes to go here in the first half.
5-2 Stratford.
What did I say, Assumption?
Yes.
Oh, now we are tied. 5-5.
As Logan decides to take a look at where he says, we'll tie it up, Steve. We'll get you back in the right direction.
14:40 to go here in the first half. Oh, good opposite block pass to Foster. He turns, can't finish, and now he muscles it in for 2. Good pass, good finish on the second attempt.
So, of course, when you go 1-3-1 zone, you're compacting that middle, kind of call it free throw line area. You leave yourself vulnerable with your warrior because you only have one down below. The diagonal pass is typically one if you don't get ball pressure that hurts you, and Stratford's doing a good job of that as Lieberg comes and hits the 3. 8-7 Assumption. Timeout, 30-second timeout pulse. I wonder if he's going to go ahead and make an adjustment to compact that zone down a little bit more.
A couple of substitutions underway. We'll be back. You're watching Boys Basketball presented by ShedsDeliver.com.
Hi, I'm Shad from Next Step Prosthetics. 5 years ago, we opened our practice to provide life-changing prosthetics that are both comfortable and functional.
I would definitely recommend Shy.
Shy is very compassionate, caring.
We've grown to serve patients throughout Wisconsin. We want to thank them, their families, and providers who have trusted us on their journey.
Go to Next Step because it's going to change your life.
Why wait another day? Call to set up a free, no-obligation evaluation. Let us take the next step together towards a better life.
A couple of three-pointers for Assumption from Nystrom and Lieberg. They lead 8-7 here in the opening 4 minutes of play.
Steve, quick shout out to my beautiful wife Sarah, who is at home watching, and my wonderful mother-in-law, who is in Marathon watching the game tonight.
Riley Spindler into the game for Stratford, and laying it in is Jet Shaner for 2. And it's 9-8 Stratford. Schlafer gets right past Shaner for 2. JT.
Well, one thing that you can already take a look at it from that regards is typically a Marywood South game is a little bit of a slobber knocker. This has been a high-scoring, fast-paced 10-9 game.
Another beautiful pass. Couldn't finish that time. Turns after the offensive rebound by Brady Berg. He can't finish. And the Royals running with 13:30 to go. And there's going to be an offensive foul on JT Schlafer as I think they connected knee to knee on that drive. And first foul is going to go on JT.
One of those deals, JT going ahead and rubbing off that knee injury across the way there. He got a little bit out of control with the basketball, and unfortunately it looked like he got a little high with the forearm. That's why they give you 5, though. No problems with that. This is his first. 10-9 Royals lead, 13:27 to go here from Assumption High School.
Left side for Spindler. Skips it all the way across over to Vanderhoof. Back down, opposite block again. Lays it in for Jet Shaner. He's got 4.
Well, I'll tell you what, we did not see Marathon attack the 1-3-1 effectively. We did not see Newman attack the 1-3-1 effectively. But Coach Schmidt and his boys right now are using that diagonal pass to go ahead and carve this defense up as Lieberg misses the free throw, or the layup, and here comes Stratford down the floor.
Bruzewitz open in the corner, didn't pull the trigger. You know, one team that we saw in the second half of their game was Abbotsford. They took advantage of that opposite block a lot in that Assumption win. Pull-up jumper is good for Brady Berg.
One thing I'm jealous of Bruzewitz is as a guy that is follically challenged. He's got a great head of hair going on for him there. It's he's got the look.
Left side for J.J. Oswald.
Speaking of a head of hair with J.J. Oswald as well.
Yeah. Schleifer's got it now on the right wing. Pull up three is rimmed out. Ron Board with an offensive rebound. Turns. Can't finish. Offensive rebound by Lieberg. He got blocked. Taken by Bruzewitz for Stratford.
You can see that athleticism for Stratford. So, again, not as big. Corner three.
Is splashed home for Vanderhoof.
I'll tell you what, they shot it well against Auburndale, Steve. They shoot it well here and in rhythm. Stratford's an impressive team.
16-10. Stratford the number 2 seed in the section. Auburndale the number 1 seed. Again, those came out before they played on Monday. J.J. Oswald's going to splash home a 3.
16-13 as we have a high-scoring game back and forth. 11:40 to go here in the first half.
Right wing. Back down for Burke. Skips it across to Bruzewitz. Open 3 again. Buries it again. Drew Bruzewitz has got 6, and it's a 3-point party here in Wisconsin Rapids.
He's got a sweet-looking stroke, Steve. Again, such a fluid motion. Good high finish. Great rotation. 19-13.
Right side for Board.
Boy, over in Auburndale, 18-5. Marathon just jumping out all over Auburndale.
Nystrom with it near the volleyball line against Bruzewitz. Over to Schleifer on the right wing. Skips it across to Oswald. He's open. Baseline. He gets past Berg. Down to Board. JJ should have just taken it up as Spindler comes away with it.
I was thinking the same thing, Steve. It's one of those deals, again, trying to be unselfish, but sometimes you got to shoot the ball.
Spindler, Bruzewitz top of the key. They reset the offense against the 1-3-1. Skips it again. Shaner opposite block. Jets got 6.
But that diagonal pass, I cannot tell you how impressive that offense is for Stratford, and Coach Paulson is going to have to call a timeout to talk that over.
30-second timeout. You're watching boys basketball presented by ShedsLiver.com.
Are you tired of being a boring old tree, bird, or mythical war hero? Find the right job for you at Express Employment. Stop today and discuss positions that fit your abilities and qualifications, leading you to the perfect job. Always local, always strategically selected to match your skill set with local employers. There's a perfect job out there. Let Express Employment professionals help you find it. In Wausau, Stevens Point, Medford, and Marshfield. Find jobs and apply online at expresspros.com.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Rapids. JT Schleifer being checked out by trainer Josh on the end of the bench. Still looking at that knee. Now he's back and ready to go for the Royals. 21-13 Assumption trailing. Ron Board with it now. Right side for Trey France, the hero last home game in their win over Marathon.
So one of the cool things for Coach Pultz, Steve, is that the 1-3-1 has allowed him to go ahead and change and allow some players that had maybe not been in the rotation an opportunity to get on the floor. It's really helped Assumption defensively, especially, to be able to go ahead and work some of these younger players in.
Bruzewitz skips it all the way across to Wrench. Back out to Bruzewitz. Right side for Vanderhoof. Pull-up jumper is short, tipped. Back in the hands of Owen Hagen for Assumption. Back out Ron Board across the timeline, 9:40 to go. Board on the right side. Over to Trey France. J.J. Oswald top of the key. Logan Nystrom. Couple of substitutions, both sides coming up. Owen Hagen, corner 3, buries it. Owen Hagen knocks down the triple.
21-16, back to a 5-point game, almost 9 minutes to play here in the first half. So, as Jason would say, the first quarter almost over.
Skips it across to the near side for Wrench. Back out Bruzewitz. Bruzewitz across, open 3 again. Wow. Brooks Vanderhoof, another 3.
I'll tell you what, the Tigers can shoot. They put on a display against Auburndale on Monday night. They are continuing that hot shooting tonight, 24-16.
4 3-pointers so far for the Tigers. They lead by 8 with 8:40 to go. Owen Hagen spins against Wrench. In the lane, back out. J.J. Oswald's going to let a 3 fly. Front rim, tipped up, and nearly saved, but into the arms of Ron Board for Assumption.
Great hustle on a play that you really don't want to make, saving it underneath your opponent's basket.
Owen Hagen all the way to the basket and taken away by Caleb Wrench. Wrench up ahead to Caden Foster. Euro steps blocked by Board, and he's going to pick up the foul. And Caden Foster will head to the free throw line. From head to toe, for all your orthopedic needs, place your trust in Wisconsin River Orthopedics. Learn more at WROinstitute.com. Metallico in Wisconsin Rapids is one of North America's largest aluminum billet and slab producers. Come get to know Metallico and how their mission, visions, and values set them apart. Find your future job in Metallico and apply online at metallico.com. 8:19 to go. Foul went on Ron Board. 25-16. Caden Foster at the free throw line. Again, halftime. We'll get you score updates from around the Zaleski Sports Network. And 1 for 2 for Foster, as well as a great Northern Conference championship game in Medford tonight. Medford Rhinelander boys. Get you a score update from there and our schedule tomorrow. We've got a lot of big games coming up tomorrow.
I thought it was good minutes for J.J. Oswald off the bench for Coach Paltz. Did some nice things. It's nice to see JT back in. Owen Hagen for 3, just came up a little bit short. Great rebound by Parker Verwink. Right
side for Hagen. Finds Nystrom. Nystrom, an NBA 3, in and out. Rebounded by Caden Foster. 7:45 to go. Corner transition 3 for Riley Spindler is no good. And bounced around. Foster for 3, front rim, no. Offensive rebound right underneath the basket for 2 is Riley Spindler, his first points of the night.
Steve, somewhere there is a 1980s NBA player just spinning in their grave as you see transition threes and rebound putbacks. The game has evolved so greatly at that point, as there's a great cut by Verwink and a heck of a feed by Owen Hagen, making it 27-18, 7:15 to go, first half. Stratford by 9, looking for a first share of the conference title since 2021. Is that correct?
2020, I believe.
2020.
Yep.
So 1920 or 2021?
1920.
Okay, gotcha.
Skips it across to Bruzewitz. Drew 3 more, too strong. Good rebound there by Verwink. Yeah, that was the year Chandler Schmidt on the bench. Vaughn Bright, Ben Barton, who plays for the Badgers now. They were on that team sectional final. They had beaten Auburndale in a sectional semifinal, and then they were on their way to a sectional final, and then the association shut everything down. The whole world shut down after that. So,
yeah, it absolutely a shame taking a look at it. You know that ended up happening with it from that regards. But again, hopefully Stratford gets a chance to go ahead and take a look at it. Parker Verwink, by the way, with a great bucket, making it 27-20. He has really come on for Assumption here in the second half of the year, Steve. That has really been a big factor for Coach Paltz and the Royals.
Bruzewitz with it now. Back Wrench. Spindler on the right side. Back over to Wrench. Free throw line. Bruzewitz goes baseline. Pull-up jumper for Drew is good. Drew Bruzewitz with 8 here in the first half. 29-20, 5:50 to go.
I feel like I've got to make my dodgeball reference, which is if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball there. So I'll feel better now that it's out of my system. 29-20, 5:40 to go here in the first half. Thank you for joining us on Zaleski Sports from Assumption Stadium here.
There's a foul on Caleb Wrench. Whitetail Properties Real Estate is your premier hunting land, farmland, and recreational land broker. If you're looking to buy or sell, Central Wisconsin agents are Brian and Evan Roosh at whitetailproperties.com.
Of course, great friend of the program, Brian Roosh. Appreciate him and his support. Give him a holler if you're looking for some hunting or some recreational land. He'll probably get you in touch with me. I can give you a few tips, so it's all good.
Logan Nystrom with it across the timeline here with 5.5 to go, 9 points. Stratford lead. Oswald back into the game for Assumption. Verwink goes baseline, gets cut off nicely by Jet Shaner. Nystrom with it over to Schlafer. Pull-up 3 for JT. Schlafer is good.
But you can see JT coming down the floor, though, laboring a little bit on that knee, Steve. That's something for us to keep an eye on just to see if that thing tightens up a little bit. But typically when JT runs, he's got a real glide to him. You can see it's a little bit labored at this point.
Skips it across to Spindler. Down low, Shaner. Back out, Spindler. Left wing 3 is good. Rolled it in there.
The ball movement from Stratford is nothing short of impressive. It's one of the reasons why they're going to be such a tough out in the tournament, Steve. They've got 5 kids that can shoot it. Very athletic as you take a look at it across the way, but they just move the ball so well.
Oswald swings over to Lieberg, top of the key. Back out to JJ. Ruink resets for the Royals. 4.5 to go in this quick-moving first half. Schlafer, down low to Ruink. Parker with the reverse layup. He's got 8.
Nice finish by Parker. What a terrific find by JT going ahead and find the dump off, and right back to the 1-3-1 again they go.
Left side for Vanderhoof. Swings it across. Spindler. Looks to the corner for Berg. Off of 4 players. And Bruzewitz comes away with it.
Was that the theory? If I just throw it hard enough, eventually it's going to get there?
Bruzewitz, open corner 3. Off the front rim. Rebounded by JT. Up ahead to Logan Nystrom. Nystrom against Spindler, Euro steps. Oswald, that time a reverse layup. Can't get that one to spin. A little too much English on that one.
Really thought that Logan was going to go ahead and pull up in transition on 3. He passed up a good look. I would think that when he looks back on film, Coach Waltz is going to tell him, hey, we want you to shoot that one all day long.
Vanderhoof with it. Swings over to Bruzewitz. Skips it all the way across to Spindler in the corner. Riley for 3. Riley Spindler hits another one.
Open shot after open shot after open shot for these Tigers. They're just knocking down, Steve. The ball movement is impressive.
Ruink on the right block. Back out. Lieberg. Dribble drive all the way to the basket. Right hand for Chase for 2.
Nice attack to the dominating hand, not settling on the outside. Assumption hanging right in this game. 35-27, 3 minutes to go. For those of you following along, Marathon up 31-17 over Auburndale at Auburndale. So, right now, if it would hold, Stratford looks like they're going to get the conference title outright. Again, long way to go in both games.
Left side for Bruzewitz. Right side, Vanderhoof. There's a 3 for Brady Berg. Not a good shot there for Brady. And rebound taken by the Royals with 2:45 to go.
I think Coach Bolt's an assumption he's going to take a look at it. Nice room for 3 in the corner.
Too strong. Tipped around. Oswald comes away with it. Right side, Lieberg. JT reestablished himself into the front court. Finger rolls it in. Rebound taken by Brooks Vanderhoof. Spindler, why not? Corner 3. Wow. Riley Spindler is on fire. He's got 11 tonight.
With just such great confidence. 38-27, an 11-point lead for Stratford. 2:16 to go first half.
Schlafer to the basket. They're going to call another offensive foul on JT Schlafer. That'll be his second with 2:12 to go. Have Quality Plus Printing and Design and print for you. Invitations, tickets, booklets, banners, and so much more. Visit Quality Plus Printing on 8th Street in Wisconsin Rapids or at qpprinting.com. Quality Plus Printing, getting your words out. Good friend Phil Hartley over there at Quality Plus Printing.
Yeah, if you take your stuff to Phil, you know he's going to do a great job. Passionate, high quality. Another friend of the Assumption program. Support Phil whenever you can, please.
All the way across. There's a 3, Vanderhoof front rim. Tipped around, rebound taken by Vruink. JT into the front court. Right side for Lieberg. Got it poked away. Ball's on the floor. Ron Board.
Good hustle by Ronnie.
And Shaner and Board a little extracurriculars. And right away, Coach Schmidt says, calm things down. Nice job by Kurt Schmidt to calm his guys down right away.
Yeah,
again, a jump ball to Stratford.
I think you have 2 players on the floor hustling in terms of where it goes. You don't see anything there except for players hustling in terms of where it goes. You'd expect that in a game of this particular magnitude. I thought a good job, to your point, by Kurt Schmidt, calming everything down. Players playing hard. Stratford basketball.
100 seconds to go here in the first half. 38-27. Spindler again. Open 3. Ooh, that time left short. Burrows got away with that one. JT Schlafer fouls on the floor as they'll inbound to baseline left. Ritchie Funeral Home has been serving family after family in Acusa and Wisconsin Rapids since 1957. Visit Ritchie Funeral Home or find them online at ritchiefuneralhome.com.
Good foul by Stratford, only their third of the half, certainly with JT getting ahead of steam downhill. Good take foul by Stratford.
Foul went on Drew Bruzewitz. One of the top, if not the top defenders in the conference is Drew Bruzewitz. JT goes baseline, Vruink with it in the lane, steps through, off the mark, rebounded by Riley Spindler. Riley's having himself a heck of a first half. In the front court for Bruzewitz. Skips it across over to Vanderhoof. Spindler in the corner, gets double teamed. And nice job by Owen Hagen They're going to call a timeout, 30-second timeout. We'll step aside, 55.5 seconds to go. You're watching boys basketball presented by ShedsDelivered.com.
Ski's Meat Market is your locally owned premier meat market filled with so many delicious favorites featuring hundreds of varieties of bratwurst, chicken, pork, steak, and so much more. No matter what you're looking for, everything you'll find at Ski's Meat Market is always fresh with so many local gems including pizzas, salsas, deli meats, and a variety of homemade dips, pasta salads, veggies, loaded baked potatoes, and drinks. Ski's is a one-stop shop for all your culinary needs. They're always adding new flavors and specialty products. Ski's Meat Market on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point. Their quality is worth the stop.
38-27, Stratford on top. Reminder that when plumbing goes wrong, where can you turn? The answer is simply Williams Plumbing and Heating. Williams Plumbing and Heating of Wisconsin Rapids. Again, halftime, I'll get you score updates from around the Selesky Sports Network tonight, as well as our upcoming schedule for tomorrow. We got 2 games with state tickets being punched tomorrow night in hockey.
I'll tell you what, sectional final hockey, I'm not sure it gets much better than that. Great atmosphere on the ice, good teams. One of those, I believe, is going to be Wausau West, correct?
Yeah, Wausau West and Eau Claire Memorial will be doing battle at Chippewa Falls tomorrow night.
You know, Wausau West is one of those teams with such a great program. We get more in that in the second half. So 30 seconds to go here in the first half, Steve. 38-27, Stratford with the ball up 11. Looking like they're going to go ahead and be patient going for one shot. Assumption comes out of the 1-3-1, goes man-to-man.
Bruzewitz on the left block, dribbles out of it. 15 seconds to go. Bruzewitz against Board, right side for Vanderhoof.
Really a nice job by Board on Bruzewitz going ahead and gardening up. As we've got 8-7 to go across the way. Bruzewitz pulls up.
Spindler, who's out of the hot hand. Pull up Jay for Riley, left short. A great defensive stance there for the Assumption Royals to take the last 30, 50 seconds, whatever it was, off the clock and not allow Stratford to score. We got a halftime score of 38-27. Step aside, get you your first half score, and we come back. And again, a look at our games on the network tonight and our upcoming schedule. You're watching boys basketball presented by ShedsDelivered.com.
Sherrill Tire and Auto Service is offering our best deal ever during the President's Day sale. For a limited time, buy 3 tires and get 1 free on select Goodyear tires. Plus, get up to $180 in rebates. The best tire deal ever. Now at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service.
The biggest name in streaming and the biggest name in Wisconsin high school sports broadcasting are now in the same place. Download the Selesky Sports app on Roku today for easy viewing of your favorite high school sports. Find games by season, sport, or school, then sit back and enjoy. Download the Selesky Sports app on Roku today.
Hi, I'm Josh Marks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates on principles instilled in my Marine Corps service: honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you. We're booking new roofs, siding, and windows at last year's pricing. Call today.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
Hi, this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and the Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
Take your valuable possessions from outdoors to indoors with help from ShedsDelivered.com. It's your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. Headquartered in Loyal, Rod and April make it easy. Just visit ShedsDelivered.com to design your perfect structure. With short lead times and free delivery and installation, Sheds Delivered is the smart choice for outdoor storage. That's ShedsDelivered.com. Go today.
Reminder, tonight's broadcast brought to you in part by Econ Electric. They're a local residential, commercial, and industrial electrical service provider. Since 1970, Wisconsin Rapids and surrounding areas have turned to Econ Electric. It's Econ Electric. of Wisconsin Rapids. First half scoring will start for the home Assumption Royals. Logan Nystrom has 3. Owen Hagen has 3. Chase Lieberg has 5. JT Schlafer has 5. JJ Oswald has 3. And Parker Vruink has 8. Assumption hit 5 3-pointers in that first half and did not go to the free throw line. For Stratford, Caleb Wrench finished with 2. Jet Shaner with 6. Drew Bruzewitz with 8. Riley Spindler had 11. Brooks Vanderhoof had 6. Brady Berg had 2. Caden Foster had 3. The Stratford Tigers hit 7 3-pointers in that first half and were 1 of 2 from the free throw line.
You know, Steve, it's my first opportunity to see Stratford this year, but Riley Spindler had one heck of a half. Really an impressive ball player. I thought he was really the difference in the spark for Stratford in that half.
Some scores from around the Zaleski Sports Network here. Pacelli is up by 9 on Port Edwards. About 7 minutes to go in that first half. The Port Edwards senior Brendan Beck surpassed 1,500 points earlier, either early this week or late last week. Marathon up 33-21 with 2:10 to go over there. Mosinee had a chance to stay in the GNC hunt before their loss to Rhinelander last week. They lead Lakeland 30-18 with 3.5 minutes to go over there. DC Everest in a big first half scoring affair leads DC Everest DC Everest leads Wausau East 37-31. No love lost in Amherst tonight. Iola Scandinavia is up by 13 over Amherst at the end of the first half over there. Already know that one. The other one, Kaukauna, is trailing Fond du Lac 8-4, just underway over in the Fox Valley.
Steve, any update from Medford on that Medford-Rhinelander ball game?
We will get you that here in a second.
While you take a look at that, I want to take an opportunity. I may mention that my mother-in-law, Betty Aarons from Marathon, is watching tonight. Happy birthday to Betty next Tuesday. As we take a look at it from there. And then once we talk about Medford, can we talk a little bit about what we have on the network tomorrow night?
Rhinelander leads Medford 28-17 with 1:15 to go in the first half over there. Coming up tomorrow, girls basketball tournament continues. We go through that here right now. We got Holman at Marshfield, Fox Valley Lutheran at Waupaca. Loyal is here at Assumption. Greenwood is at Allman Bancroft. Columbus Catholic is at Pittsfield. Three Lakes is at Pacelli. Those are the girls' games. As mentioned, the 2 boys' hockey games, the winner going to state. I like how they did it this year. They had them pretty well set on Saturday afternoon, Saturday night for the sectional finals for hockey. They moved them to Friday night, which helps us at Zaleski Sports kind of maneuver staffing around as well. But Mosinee is taking on Tomahawk tomorrow in Mosinee, 7 o'clock puck drop, and then Eau Claire Memorial continuing their magical run into the playoffs. They'll take on Wausau West, who got past Superior in overtime in the regional final, and they won they won a high-scoring matchup against New Richmond on Tuesday, 6-5. Eau Claire Memorial winner, they got past East Merrill, and then they got past
Hudson, right?
They got past Hudson, who they lost to a couple weeks prior, 12-0. And then with the help of Chippewa Falls beating Spash, the Old Apes were able to get past Chippewa Falls on Tuesday in a 2-1 matchup that sets them up against Wausau West.
You know, Steve, I don't know a tremendous amount of high school hockey. I know that Spash losing this year after the undefeated season is a pretty tremendous update. I know Hudson has got a terrific program where they pull kids right out of the city, kind of right up with some of the resources over there. But good for Wausau West. You know, when they split divisions, Wausau West has been the premier hockey program in the Wausau area for a pretty fair amount of time, going back to when my nephews were at DC Everest. West was always the team to beat. So I thought that was kind of an interesting go-around. So again, excellent hockey games tomorrow. Obviously, you're talking about regional semifinals for girls basketball. Then you're also taking a look at regional finals coming up on Saturday.
Yep.
It's a pretty important piece. Steve, I think one interesting just side note as you watch warm-ups here in the second half, while the Royals are out shooting, conference leading scorer JT Schlafer is sitting on the bench. Again, I wonder how tender that knee is. In the first half, he ended up going knee to knee. Perhaps he's just resting and doesn't need to warm up, but something for us to keep an eye on here as we start the second half.
Yep, absolutely right. We'll take another break. Come back, get you ready for your second half of action. You're watching boys basketball presented by ShedsDelivered.com.
At Nicolet Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolet Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolet Bank. Real people, real conversations.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Does your roof need attention? Don't replace it, restore it with Seamless Commercial Roofing. Our process is guaranteed and a fraction of the cost of replacement with no downtime. When your roof needs attention, call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield.
Uncle Mitten wants you to ride into huge savings this tax season.
With up to 76% off furniture and Mittens pays the tax, you honestly can't miss this sale.
We're your one-stop shop for all your favorite brands of appliances.
Get the latest sleep technology for your best night's rest.
And save the tax. Mittens Furniture, Appliances, and Mattresses is dedicated to stretch your dollars further this tax season in downtown Marshfield.
Just like these players bringing their best to the court, Ridgetop Exteriors brings top-tier performance to your home. Visit RidgetopExteriors.com. Also, Culligan Water specializes in all your water softener, drinking water, and water filtration systems. You can count on Culligan to keep your water pure and healthy with unparalleled service and convenient delivery options. Starting five for the Royals, starting five for the Tigers as we start our second half here. The final regular season game of the year. Again, it goes faster and faster every year, and this year is no exception. Owen Hagen fades and finishes. Good start to the second half for Owen Hagen.
Royals back to within 9, 30-second possession, got a bucket, exactly what Coach Baltz wanted to see. 38-29 here in the second half of a game where Stratford is looking to go ahead and clinch at least a share of the conference championship.
Assumption out of their 1-3-1 zone into man-to-man now here with 17:15 to go. Score update from Auburndale, 38-23 Marathon with the 15-point lead. There's going to be an offensive foul called on Stratford's Brooks Vanderhoof. That'll be his second personal. First foul of the second half for Stratford. ShedsDelivered.com is your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting supplies. See their display lots in Marshfield, Medford, and Wisconsin Rapids. Get more information at ShedsDelivered.com.
Turnover, and now in transition, up comes Bruzewitz, misses, but a rebound and put back by number 4.
Jet Shaner.
And quickly, Stratford extends back to that 11-point lead on a nice transition bucket off of the live ball turnover by Assumption.
Nystrom with it. Back over to Owen Hagen. Chase Lieberg dribble drive in the lane. That one's going to be taken away by Caleb Wrench. Up ahead, the Euro steps through. Counted and one. The hoop in the arm for Brooks Vanderhoof. And he'll head to the line for +1 with 16:29 to go.
Logan did everything that he could to try to go ahead and get himself back in set. Unfortunately for him, Vanderhoof was able to go ahead and set his feet, get to the side, a little bit outside of his frame for Logan, and the three-point play the old-fashioned way as Stratford extends their lead to 14, 43-29, 16-27 here to go in the first half.
Picking up a little bit more pressure here are the Tigers. Ruink with it, taken away by Caden Foster.
Third turnover so far in the second half, Steve, for Assumption. Can't have that.
Right side for Shaner, looking down to Wrench on the right block. Kicks it back out. Caden Foster open for three. Splashes it home. He's got 6. Full team effort tonight for the Stratford Tigers.
And all of a sudden, this lead is ballooned to 17. Again, hot three-point shooting and live ball turnovers.
It's going to be a hand check foul on Caleb Wrench. Ski's Meat Market is your locally owned premier meat market filled with more than 30 flavors of brats, along with chicken, steaks, beef, deli meats, local and seasonal favorites, and more. It's all at Ski's Meat Market on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point.
The beer and cheddar brats are absolutely positively fantastic. One of my favorites to get.
Owen Hagen down low to Chase Lieberg for 2. Good play design, good execution for the Royals.
Chase Lieberg doing a really nice job getting distance and finishing with that right hand, getting downhill.
Brusewitz with it, right wing, over to Foster. In the corner for Shaner, and nearly taken away by Nystrom. Wrench with it. Brusewitz over to Wrench. Kicks it back out to Foster. Caden too strong that time, rebounded by JT Schlafer for Assumption with 15:20 to go.
Stratford has shown just enough token full court pressure to go ahead and slow Assumption down.
And Owen Hagen, a nice strong take for the senior.
Owen Hagen with a great spin move. Just like that, back to a 13-point game. Nice little run as we go back and forth here at Assumption. 15 minutes to go in the second half.
Brusewitz on the right side against Nystrom. Goes baseline against Logan. Gets cut off, gets double teamed. Kicks it back out over to Shaner. Wrench with it on the right side. Caleb Wrench airballs the 3. Mutual Owasso Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualowasso.com. Find agent near you. As well as Next Step Prosthetics, providing prosthetics or orthotics throughout central Wisconsin. Take your next step and contact them today. And now Stratford in their own 1-3-1 zone here in the second half.
Is that what's good for the goose is good for the gander look? Is that how that works? Again, the 1-3-1, and once again, the ball movement and the opportunity to go ahead and slice that zone up with the diagonal passing. And Assumption is back within 11, Steve. It was 17, showing a nice resiliency as they work their way back in. 14:20 to go here in the second half.
Shaner with it. Vanderhoof, number 11, with it. Down low to Spindler, knocked out of bounds by Chase Lieberg. Rapid Sheet Metal Heating and Cooling. Place your comfort at home is our highest priority. Give them a call or find them online at rapidsheetmetal.com. There's Jet Shaner, muscles his way in for 2. Jet's got 10.
You know, Stratford does not have a tremendous amount of pure height size, but they're so athletic and so strong. You can see why they're successful on the football field, and that just translates to the basketball court. That's a strong, powerful move there.
JT Schlafer, Euro steps through. Wow, somehow got it to go in. JT with 2.
Speaking of strong, powerful moves, JT's like, I see that, and I got one for you.
13:45 to go, 48-37 Stratford.
For those of you keeping an eye on it over in Auburndale, Marathon 42.
Taken away by Ron Board. Board up to JT. JT saves it into Chase Lieberg. Up ahead to Owen Hagen. Back out Schlafer.
You can see the speed and the athleticism by Schaefer on that Pistons cross-court pass. Hagen
for 3. Buries the
and
triple.
Cuts it back to an 8-point game. Timeout, Stratford. What a run after being down 17 to go ahead and get an answer.
Full timeout. We'll step aside. You're watching boys basketball presented by ShedsDeliver.com.
Welcome to Bruce Orthodontics, where we provide comprehensive orthodontic care to patients of all ages. We are now accepting new patients, and we accept most insurances.
Orthodontics is much more than just a job to me. It is my passion and my life. What separates us from other orthodontists is constant continuing education for myself and my staff, compassion, and dedication. Here at Bruce Orthodontics, we change lives one smile at a time. I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
After a couple years of this, it's time for more money, more opportunity. That's where Mid-State Technical College comes in. Got a passion for helping people? Maybe you like cars. Are you into science? Are you good with computers? No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options. Stop getting by and level up today.
13-16 to go in this one. It's down to an 8-point game here. Stratford 48, Assumption 40.
Steve, did you happen to see Caitlin Clark in the Indiana Fever?
Drew Brusewitz answers back a big three for the senior Brusewitz.
There's a momentum-changing play and a crowd quieter. Anyway, just finished that thought on Clark. So they're playing an exhibition game at her former at Carver Arena over in Iowa. 15,000 tickets sold out in under 40 minutes, never made it to the general public. Get-in price for that game right now on average, if you look at StubHub, $545. That is what we call the Caitlin Clark effect.
Owen Hagen on the left side. Owen, strong tank, Trey France. And he's going to get fouled on the drive, on the pass, on the floor. Take advantage of the President's Day sale now through February 28th at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Buy 3 Goodyear tires, get the 4th one free, plus up to $180 in rebates on now at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service.
Take it to Sherrill Tire. You get your car done right.
Want to get your thoughts of a legendary actor here in just a moment, and saved a couple of times, and Ron's going to be out of bounds. Ron Board out of bounds to Stratford. Earlier this morning, heard the tragic news of legendary actor Gene Hackman passing away. Of course, in the 1984 or 1986 Hoosiers, one of the greatest basketball movies ever, and also forgot that he was in The Replacements as well as head coach for Keanu Reeves in the Replacements.
Heart.
Pull up Jay off the mark by Brusewitz. But I mean, I watched Hoosiers probably once a day for years when I was growing up. It was a staple in the Mapes household for sure. Logan Nystrom with it. Pull-up jumper for Logan is short, rebounded by Caleb Wrench.
One of those deals where, again, absolutely love the Hoosiers movie. Jordan and I have probably sat down and watched it. Ooh, it was Nystrom almost had the pick off.
Brady Berg, corner 3 off the back rim.
In terms of where it goes, I still maintain Gene Hackman is very second guess for not wanting to give the ball to Jimmy Chitwood down the stretch, but it all worked out in the end, so it's fine. He'll make it.
Pull-up J by JT off the mark. Just can't get caught watching the paint dry. That's on the old picket fence play. 11:15 to go.
Yeah, absolutely got to love that particular line in terms of where it goes. I'm not sure we'll see any underhanded free throws tonight, but in honor of Jade Hackman, rest in peace. How about that?
Caleb Wrench, three-pointer. Caleb airballed one earlier. He knocks that one down, and just like that, it's a 14-point game.
Yeah, again, the challenge that you run into is this has been a game of runs. See, it was as high as 17. You cut it to 8. You're feeling pretty good about yourself. Now you give up a couple ball plays. Ooh, there's a lot of contact there. Schlafer is fortunate not to pick up his 3rd offensive foul of the ball game down on the baseline.
Fill your home with the best from Home Furniture. They've got locations on Grand Avenue here in Wisconsin Rapids and Post Road in Plover. 10:46 to go, 54-40 Stratford. Steve Mapes, Paul Jaglinski, Olivia Zimmerman here tonight from Assumption High School. We'll be right back with you tomorrow. Assumption Loyal girls basketball regional semifinals, 7 o'clock playoff tip-offs. 7 o'clock, not 7:15. 7 o'clock playoff start times here in Wisconsin, at least in regional play.
Steve, it's getting late early.
There's Caleb Wrench for 2.
Very nice play by Stratford. It's getting late early as Marathon has now extended the lead to 48-32, under 12 to play over in Auburndale. Really kind of an interesting back-and-forth battle. We'll have to see if Auburndale's got another run in them, but if not, Stratford looking to clinch an outright conference title if this result holds as they're up 16 and if Auburndale happens to get tripped up.
And baseline as Vanderhoof skips it across to Brusewitz. At the beginning of the week, Stratford looked like they were going to take second in the conference. Got a big win over Auburndale, and now a chance to win the conference outright.
So, Steve, if we're allowed to talk about that, it might, as we get a steal by Wrench.
Caleb Wrench holds up a moment.
So one of the arguments that comes out in the seeding process that was just happened last week, so of course seeds released Sunday, 2 games coming up for a lot of teams after it. When the seeds were released, Auburndale was the 1.
Wow, Caleb Wrench muscles his way up. for 2.
I don't know what position he plays on the football team, but I bet you he's a load to tackle, and I'm sure I don't want to get hit by him. I can just tell you that is a strong, strong young man there. So just finishing that side thought, okay? So one of the concerns that you run into is that the body of work is not completed. So when the seeds come out, Auburndale's the 1 seed. They're in first place in the conference. Stratford doesn't look like it. It's nice from. Goes ahead and buries a big 3, keeping the Royals in it. 58-43, 9 minutes to go. So anyway, when the seeds come out, Auburndale's in first place in conference. Stratford's in second. It looks like Stratford's going to take second. Stratford beats Auburndale, the 1 seed, on Monday. Now it appears that Auburndale may take a look at it. So here you may have Stratford, who's the outright conference champion, the 2 seed, and Auburndale, who is
another beautiful pass and a finish for Wrench.
Going to be in second place or maybe a tie for second place. I'm not exactly sure how that goes with Marathon. That's going to end up being the 2 seed. Will that irritate the prognosticators or the folks, or is that just kind of the way that it goes for the WIAA and the seeding process?
Yeah, and I know when Coach Schmidt called in, there's a 3-pointer for JT. During the boys' playoff bracket show that Jason and Dan did, he was pretty he knew that obviously the game against Auburndale was coming up, but knowing at that time when the brackets came out where everything stood, he had no ill wills against it. So
gotcha. I mean, again, I'm sure he's going to be happy with the conference title. Honestly, if we're all being honest, I'm sure he would welcome the opportunity to play Hurley, who's a little bit of an unknown commodity, compared to Marathon, who's currently up 51-33 versus Auburndale, where you'd have to play him a 3rd time.
Yeah, and that, I mean, if chalk holds, Auburndale Marathon would be a regional final next Saturday on the 8th. So.
And if you're Coach Schmidt, obviously you have a really probably tough Edgar game, or Colby, depending upon who wins that game, coming to town, and then, certainly not overlooking Hurley, but I'm sure if you take a look at your path, having only played Marathon or Auburndale in the sectional, I'm sure is something that he would be welcome to. So anyway, neither here nor there. I just thought it was kind of an interesting development there in terms of where it works.
Yeah, boys playoffs start next Tuesday. We'll be here next Tuesday. Assumption New Lisbon in round 1 game. The winner will take on Columbus Catholic. Verwink on the left block. Back out, Owen Hagen for 3. Got it. Owen, a nice big shot there for the Royals. Timeout. Assumption, full timeout. You're watching boys basketball presented by ShedsDeliver.com.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
Little Sprouts Learning Garden with 2 convenient central Wisconsin locations. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
Little Sprouts has been around for almost 7 years here in Auburndale. In Rudolph, we've been open for about 2.5. We serve here in Auburndale, we have 6 weeks old up until 12-year-olds. And then in Rudolph, we have 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds. The biggest thing that we do with them is we have play-based learning so that they learn through play with each other. And social skills are a huge part of what we do with them.
Find Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
All right, welcome back to Assumption High School here in Wisconsin Rapids. Just some scores for you. 39-30, Rhinelander over Medford. Pacelli 34-22 over Port Edwards. All boys scores 26-25. Fond du Lac over Kaukauna at halftime. Mosinee leading Lakeland 42-31.
And Steve, over at your alma mater, Iola 41, Amherst 36. About 11 minutes to go in that ball game, and that's over on Zaleski Sports if you want to check that one out as well.
Berusowitz with it at the top of the key. 7:05 to go here in the ball game, 62-46.
What would Jason say? Get your laptop, get your iPad, get your computer, get your iPhone. Let's get your own little sports center going on.
What do you say? Tell all your friends, neighbors, and strangers. Ooh, bad pass there by Vanderhoof, intercepted by Chase Lieberg. Up ahead to Owen Hagen. Verwink spins, kicks it back out. Lieberg, Schlafer. Good close out there by Jet Shaner. Trey France with it now. Back out. Owen Hagen resets. 6.5 to go. JT pull-up 3 is pure for JT.
Very nice shot to take a look at it. And just like that, back to a 13-point game. They would say that the Assumption Royals have alligator blood. They're hanging around, hanging around.
Brucewood's with it on the right side for Vanderhoof.
You ever see that movie Rounders, Steve? One of my favorites. Just constantly check. It's about, anyway, neither here nor there.
There's Wrench. Back out Vanderhoof. Brucewood's with it. Reminder that Williams Plumbing and Heating is locally owned and operated right here in Wisconsin Rapids for all your plumbing and heating needs. Why look anywhere else? Williams Plumbing and Heating, or find them online at williamsplumbingwr.com.
Once again, Riley Spindler with just an outstanding finish in the lane. That young man has had a night.
Owen Hagen, a long three, too strong. Rebounded by Shaner, up ahead to Wrench. Wrench into the front court. There's Spindler with it now.
Steve, I know there's some outstanding performances and a long way to go, but if I get a vote, Riley Spindler gets to be in the house tonight. He's just had an amazing ball game, just doing so many good things.
Fading left it short that time. Yeah, he had 11 points in the first half. Picks up the foul there. Key Savings Bank is banking made easy, from personal banking and wealth management to mortgages, loans, and business banking. With locations in Wisconsin Rapids and Rome, you'll always have helpful, knowledgeable staff with a smile. Bank local. Key Savings Bank of Wisconsin Rapids. 5.5 to go, 15-point Stratford lead.
For those of you keeping track, 51-39, Marathon with the lead, 8:45 to go over in Auburndale. So a 12-point ball game. If that holds, Stratford has an opportunity to win the conference championship outright.
Schlafer with it on the left side against Shaner. Skips it over to Owen Hagen. There's Leeberg. Pull-up J for Owen Hagen is good. Nice little jump shot there for Owen. He's had a big second half for the Royals.
Trying to find him on the board there in terms of where it goes. Hagen's up to 15 by my count, Steve. Is that correct?
12 second half points in his senior night game.
51-64, 13-point lead, 4:48 to go here in the second half. Assumption trailing by 13, but this has been a really good back and forth battled contest.
Spins out to Shaner. Back out to Vanderhoof. Against Sleeberg, goes baseline, gets cut off, finds Foster, turns, Caden for two. Caden Foster's got 8 on the night. 5 in the second half.
It's been a well-played but very physical ball game, and this is kind of what you'd expect in the Marywood South Conference, is that you've got two physical teams that are doing a good job back and forth.
On board on the left baseline, kicks it back out to Hagen. Owen gets tripped up on the drive. Made Custom Apparel specializes in providing quality decorated apparel, including from corporate casual, team uniforms, and promotional items to sporting goods and awards. Just find just what you need to keep you looking great. Learn more at madeacustom.com. That's MADA Custom.com.
Everybody okay? We had an official that went down. We were in the backcourt. JT helped him up, and then he says, "I'll go stick the jumper." Unfortunately, he comes up a little bit short. Glad to see everyone's all right. That line we refer to as the pirate. That pirate gets everybody.
Right side for Spindler. Swings it to the far side for Shaner. 3:40 to go. 66-51 Stratford. Vanderhoof back with it against Leeberg. Stratford 5 fouls here in the second half. Assumption just 2. Left side for Spindler. There's going to be an offensive foul called on the screen on Vanderhoof. Like Carrie Van Ur with State Farm, be your go-to for all your insurance needs. Carrie and her staff are always there to help you understand your options and come away with the right coverage for you. That's Carrie Van Ur with State Farm in Wisconsin Rapids. That's 4 on Brooks Vanderhoof.
3:20 to go here in the second half. 15-point game. Assumption with the ball. Still plenty of time. Just got to go ahead and make a shot, get a little bit of a run.
Hagen out to Leeberg on the right wing.
Nice job by Chase to go up and extend to get that.
And tried to hand it off to Nystrom, taken away. Up ahead to Vanderhoof, taken away by Hagen. And foul. Ooh, everybody's hitting the floor. They're going to call travel as Caden Foster got away with a big bump on Chase Leeberg. With 3:04 remaining. Whether you're catching a game or gaming with friends, Slayer's Fiber Fast Internet gives you the edge. No buffering, no delays, just smooth, reliable service from a local company you can trust. Get connected today at Slayers.net. 66-51 Stratford. 3:04 remaining. Down to an 8-point game in Auburndale. 6.5 to go there.
As I said, you can never count out a Marathon Auburndale game. It just has a way of being a one-possession game down the stretch there, Steve.
Oh, one-possession games for Marathon is what they've been living by this year. It's been 7 or 8 of them that they've had that Coach Jacobson had mentioned.
They've had at least 2 double overtime games. Once against Edgar, which was early in the week. That was a heck of a ball game to watch. And then one, was it Auburndale the first time?
Auburndale,
oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, a kid from Marathon hit like a 30-footer to go into double overtime to tie it. 66-51, 2:20 to go here.
Stratford doing a nice job going ahead and controlling clock. Happy to go ahead and take some time off of it. Again, a good adjustment tonight by Coach Paultz coming out of the 1-3-1. Since they've gone man, they've been much more competitive. Stratford did a nice job throwing that diagonal pass, pulling them out of the 1-3-1.
Yeah, Assumption's only got 2 team fouls. Right side for Brusewitz. Under 2 minutes to go. Looking to double team. They do double team. Caden Foster's wide open underneath the basket. Still didn't look at him. There's going to be a foul on Ron Board. Investor's Choice is Wisconsin Rapids' choice for financial investments. Understanding markets and helping you keep a well-rounded financial well-being is as simple as visiting Investor's Choice for a conversation. That's Investor's Choice of Wisconsin Rapids. Owen Hagen getting a big round of applause as he exits stage left here tonight on senior night for Owen Hagen. One more home game for Owen next Tuesday against New Lisbon. We'll have that game for you on Zaleski Sports. And then if they win, they go to Marshfield to take on Columbus Catholic in a regional semifinal on Friday night.
Shout out to Owen. Not only is he a terrific basketball player, just a really, really, really nice young man, intelligent ball player. On a team when there's only one senior, it's impressive to go ahead and see in terms of where it goes. Coach Pault's going ahead and taking his starters off the floor, going ahead and entering the ball game. Steve, why don't you walk us through who's in the ball game now for Assumption?
Yeah, Braden Peters in, Cullen Thomas, number 20, Braxton Steinert. We got James Bilderback, and 32 is Siler Schill, and Coach Schmidt will clear his bench as well. Final regular season game of the year here in 2024, the 2025 season.
Yeah, Coach Paultz instructing his team not to foul. Congratulations, may I be the first to say to the Stratford Tigers, who are going to go ahead and secure at least a share, and maybe outright, but who are going to become Merriwood South Conference champions. And anytime you win the Merriwood South, you've accomplished something. This is such a physical, such a strong conference. It's got such a terrific state history. Congratulations to the Stratford Tigers as we get new Tigers in the ballgame.
Yeah, we'll bring in Thomas Bangard, number 15. 24 is Ryan Christofferson. I have Colton Bright as 22, but I don't have a 22 on here. Maybe a Hartle Pers. He's got it now.
34?
34 is, what do they say, the Mask Crusader. Is he out there? Does he have his mask on? No, 24.
No,
34, yeah,
there,
the Mask Crusader. That's what Coach Schmidt told us to call him. So Mr. Ashbrenner for the Tigers.
So we've got 15, 22, 24, 34.
34 is the Mask.
And 32.
Yes.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
Jack Remus, number 32.
Just want to make sure, again, it's important to get a shout out. Everybody kind of takes a look at it.
Yep, and heading to the free throw line is Thomas Bangard. It might not be hard to believe. I mean, as we've played through tonight, Assumption hasn't attempted a free throw tonight, and this is just going to be Stratford's 4th and 5th of the game. So it's been a pretty good game here tonight.
So, Steve, as a fellow official, let me give a shout-out to the crew working tonight. This game has had outstanding flow. It's been controlled physical, nothing that's been out of hand, out of line. Again, I think it's a great playoff prep and exactly the way that you'd want a ball game called. I can't remember a single time other than when the Pirate tripped one of our officials that we talked about them tonight, and that probably means they did an absolutely outstanding job. So, again, shout-out to the guys in stripes tonight for a job well done.
Gavin Meyer into the game, number 20. Will Krause into the game, number 14. And Hartle Hartle Pers, I believe, now into the game. If anybody knows who number 22 is, I've got it as Colton Bright, but I don't. There's no Colton on this on the roster. That's what we have on the. So they had on WIS Sports. It was Colton Bright. So
Steve, shout out to our friend Brian Roosh, who is at home on Roosh Acres, going ahead and watching the broadcast tonight, supporting the Royals proudly. He says congratulations to the Stratford Tigers as they've secured a conference championship. And for those of you at home, if you're looking to click after we end up, how about Fond du Lac and Kaukauna? That's a 29-25 game. 16:50 to go, so you can catch most of the second half as the outright conference title in the FVA is on the line.
Yeah, Kaukauna, the number 1 seed in Section 1, Division 1, with Marshfield and Eau Claire Memorial and the likes of those teams.
How about a shout out to Lee Rabbis and the Neenah Rockets, who knocked off Marshfield the other night in a great game on Zaleski Sports.
Bilderback's going to get called for the travel. Skis Meat Market in Stevens Point is a perfect place to find a huge selection of brats, beef, chicken, and more. Get your specialty grocery items, deli meats, and even bring your wild game. Get all at Skis Meat Market. Their quality is with the stop. Coach Schmidt in and out here.
Number 13, did we catch number 13 who was just in the ballgame?
Yep, that was Pers. 14 was Will Kraus. Yeah, don't... So 35 seconds to go here. 15-point game in Auburndale. And again, 68-51 here. The Stratford Tigers will clinch at least a share of the Merriwood South Boys Basketball Conference here in 2025. Their first since the 2020 winter.
Steve, in addition to Coach Schmidt, who we thinking about talking to tonight?
Yeah, we'll talk to Riley Sprindler, Jet Shaner, ask Drew Bruzewitz about a conference championship as well. We'll see what Coach Schmidt has in line for us. That'll do it here tonight. The Assumption the Stratford Tigers win it 68-51 and clinch a share of the Merriwood South Boys Basketball Conference here in 2025. Hugs and high fives all around for the Stratford Tigers. We'll step aside, come back. Key Savings Bank postgame show coming up. We'll be back after this. You've been watching Boys Basketball presented by ShedSliver.com.
We have something that we're trying to create at Key Savings Bank called Outward Energy. We don't just want to have the doors open, our members walk through. We want to be where they are. We go to meet them, we participate in their events. We think that's vitally important for us to show that Key Savings Bank is a part of the communities that we're in.
We received a very positive reaction from our community. On average, we had 250 to 300 kids alone that entered our building for the Halloween party. That didn't include the adults, grandparents, parents that brought the children. It's wonderful to be out in our community grocery shopping with my Key Savings Bank apparel, and families walk up to me and say, "Hey, I attended your Halloween party."
So about a month ago, I was approached by Sheriff Becker of Wood County Sheriff's Department, and he asked me if we'd want to participate in the Back the Badge bench press meet. So Key Savings Bank sponsored, had a $500 sponsorship to that, and I myself participated in that. And it was a really great experience. There was about 40 different people that participated throughout Wood County and actually the state. So with the Sheriff's Department obviously doing so much for us and throughout the community, it was just our way of giving back.
And now when I tell my friends and family what I'm doing or what I do every day or what involvements I'm doing, like, oh, that's the bank that offered the Halloween party. That's the bank that does the Christmas party. That's the bank that sponsors these golf events. So our awareness alone has just become amazing in the last year.
Key Savings Bank participates in a lot of these events. We love to do it. We love to know the community and the other businesses within the community. It's rewarding to see smiling faces. The kids event, when we bring them pizza, there's not just one winner, there's multiple winners. Cheese pizza is one of the coolest things that these kids love. And just seeing the smiling faces is outstanding. Probably the funnest event that we do is what you see behind me here is our coloring contest for the local kids. It's a fun event. We do a lot of fun stuff with it on our Facebook page. The voting goes nuts. because it's the community that votes for it. And at the end, there's a lot of participation. So that's the best event tonight.
We had Thursday grill outs. We did that. We were raising money for the Rome Canine Division. We set up in mid-June to have grill outs each and every Thursday, all the way through till the middle of August.
Numerous amount of golf outings where we raise money specifically for that event through our whole sponsorships and games that we play.
My employees right now are all very active in participating in literally hundreds of events over the last 2 years that make Key Savings Bank a part of this community. We think that's very important.
Good? All right. Welcome back to Assumption High School Key Savings Bank postgame show. Here with Stratford head coach Kurt Schmidt. Coach, obviously a big win tonight. Now at least a share of the conference championship. Just talk about that accomplishment first off.
Well, it's a great compliment for these guys. They battled hard all year. They battled hard this game. Assumption played a really good ball game tonight. We did all we could to try to outscore them. So I'm proud of the guys. They had great effort. They've been hard workers all year. They're great kids. I couldn't be more proud of this group.
A big shooting performance in the first half, 7 3-pointers. I'll talk to Riley here in just a moment. Just talk about the efficiency from beyond the arc tonight.
Well, we've been hitting it lately, and you always, as a coach, you're like, okay, you hope it continues, but we all know that some nights there can be a little bit of a lid on the basket, or it turns into a teacup instead of a bathtub, however you want to look at it. But guys wanted it. They needed this. They've climbed back. We were a game out probably most of the year of the conference, and to just claw back and, we got beat by Auburndale the first time we played them. We haven't lost since. So that's a credit to these guys. I couldn't be more proud of them.
Congratulations, Coach. Thank you. We'll see you in the playoffs. Let those guys take a look at the marathon. Let those guys take a look at the marathon Auburndale score here as they close in on an outright conference championship. Let's just start with that. Coming into the week, you guys were a game behind Auburndale. Took care of the Eagles. Came here to Assumption. Took care of Assumption. Now you guys have a chance to win the conference outright. Just talk about that accomplishment.
Oh, it's awesome. All the hard work we put in and building as a team, like Coach said before the game, it's a brotherhood that we've had. And after we lost to Auburndale, then we knew we had to win it outright and win through the conference to have a shot at it.
You guys picked apart the 1-3-1 pretty efficiently in the first half. 7 3-pointers for you guys in that first half. Just talk about the offensive efficiency tonight.
Yeah, kind of goes down to game film too. We've seen that the last 3 games they started going to more zone, so all week we were practicing our zone offense and panned out tonight.
All right, don't go too far. We'll bring in Drew here. I'll ask you the same question. Outright conference championship. Just talk about that here tonight.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome to do it with these guys, and just the brotherhood that Riley said that we've created. It's been an awesome journey, and it's good to see that the work has paid off.
You guys, as we mentioned, you guys haven't lost in a month. You lost to Auburndale and been rolling ever since. Just talk about the journey the last month.
Yeah, we've amped up our defense, and defense will win you a lot of games, and then also putting up points. Just that we've been knocking down shots.
All right, put you guys in the house, all right?
I'm Drew Bruzewitz.
I'm Riley Spindler, and we're in the house.
Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations. All right, Stratford Tigers, Merriwood South, I believe anyway. Take a look here before we sign off. Make sure I got it right. Yeah, about 1 minute and 19 seconds to go. Auburndale trails by 13. Unless a miracle happens up in Auburndale, the Stratford Tigers will be the 2025 Merriwood South Boys Basketball Conference champions outright here this year. Congratulations to Stratford. We'll be back with you right away again tomorrow. Assumption Loyal girls basketball regional semifinals, 7 o'clock tip-off. 7 o'clock tip-off here tomorrow in girls playoffs. For Olivia Zimmerman, this is Steve Mabe signing off. Have a great rest of your night. We'll talk to you again tomorrow night right here on Zaleski Sports.